Hello everyone, it's Director Jerry again. Today I'm going to show you how to use the library catalog. So, from the library's main webpage, which is hackettstownlibrary.org, you'd go up to Collections. And it's the first thing listed, Catalog. Click that, and it'll open in a separate tab or separate window, however your browser's set up. And this is the main catalog for the main Library Alliance. You see there's a couple things here. There's a search window here, how you would search. So you could choose to search by title, start of title, series, author, or just keyword. Search it in the catalog, or there's some great options here. You can search in EBSCO, which are the databases, in lists, in the library website, etc., and then the search button. Over here is how you would sign into your account. There's a menu here that shows different things. So your account, the library's homepage, your hours and location, if any libraries are closed, and your language option, which is also up here, by the way. And then here are just some buttons. So you can see what's popular, which is right down here. You could see what's new. You could see what's new in the e-collection. You could see what the bestsellers are and Maine's best books from 2022. You can also scroll down to see what's curated right here for you. So let's look up something. So let's look up a book called The Bear. Now, you can look up The Bear, or you could just look up Bear. It will remove initial articles. Let's see what comes up. So here it's sorting by best match. So you have some option, The Bear and the Nightingale, The Bear by Andrew Krivak, The Bear and the Dragon by Tom Clancy, The Bear and the Piano, The Bear and the Moon, etc., etc. So under each one, it'll give you a little bit of information, and these are all clickable. So let's say I want the novel The Bear by Andrew Krivak. I would click on the title, and it brings up some more information about it. There are reviews here. There are options to read it. There's a description. There are read-alikes, which you can scroll through. There's summaries, reviews about the author. There's a lot of great stuff on the catalog for you. It'll even give you similar authors in addition to similar titles, which is pretty great. And if you hover over them, it'll give you some information titles-wise. So if you scroll back up to the top, you could see that it is not available in Hackettstown because that's the parameters we're searching on, but it is available from another library. But it's also available as an e-audiobook. So let's say we want to get the book. Take a look, you click the book button, and that'll show you where it's available. So as you can see, if you scroll down a little bit, there's copies in Bernards Township, Chatham, Chester, Denville, Florham Park, and you could see even more copies available. Now, we don't have it here, but you can place a hold on it and have it sent to Hackettstown. So what you can do is click place hold, and then you have to put your barcode number in. So let's put in our test card number. All right, we're going to continue. And it's logging us in. Okay, so now it has logged us in. And you say, I want to pick this up at Hackettstown Library, or you could choose any of the others. So let's say you live in Hackettstown, but you're closer at work to Denville. You could choose the Denville Library. If that's always your pickup option, you can choose that and it'll save it. And you can log me out after requesting the item. Now, I don't want to be logged out, so I'm going to unclick that. So I would hit submit the hold, and it would tell me that the hold is done. So close that. Now, let's say this was not the book you were looking for. You can click return to search results. And it'll give you the search results once again for The Bear, the title that I looked up. So The Bear and the Nightingale, once again, is available elsewhere. And now, if you're on this main page, and let's say you know it's The Bear and the Nightingale, the novel that you wanted by Katherine Arden, you could click place hold right here, as opposed to going into the record for the title itself. So it's the same options, but they're just back in the search results, which we'll go back to right now. Now, you can also limit to where you're looking. So for instance, just a simple search of The Bear reveals 19,690 items, which is way more than I want to sift through. So there's 7,901 books, 12,716 ebooks, 3,000, etc. Audiobooks, music, and movies that have something with The Bear in the title. Or it doesn't even necessarily have to be in the title because I searched by keyword. If I want to limit my results to Hackettstown titles, I could just click here, and that will limit them. Now, these are coming up because it's also available online. So anything that's available online will also come up as Hackettstown. What if it's something that I want that's currently checked in and on the shelf? You click that. So now this will tell you what's on the shelf at Hackettstown Library, as you can see. And once again, you can place a hold on the little mouse, and you want to pick it up here. Once again, you can unclick that if you want to stay logged in, but I'm not going to submit the hold. Well, you know what? Let's submit the hold. Let's find out. So my hold was placed successfully. Okay. Now let's take a quick look at our account. So I can click right here on my name, which is the Hackettstown test card, and you'll see a bunch of different options for you. You could see what you currently have checked out, what you have on hold, your fines, information about your library card, and so on and so forth. So let's see, we just placed that title on hold, so let's click on titles on hold. And there it is right there. So from here, you can cancel the hold, you can freeze the hold, which means, you know, I don't need it right now, I need it in a couple weeks. So I'll freeze the hold for now since I don't want to take it out now and then have to renew it. You can change your pickup location. So let's say we want to cancel it because I don't actually want this book. Confirm that I'm going to cancel the hold, and the hold has been canceled. And there you go. The hold is gone. Now here, once again, is the menu, so you can see your account directly going this way. And this will tell you how many items you have checked out, how many holds, how many for pickup, how overdue. So let's see what we have checked out currently. We have 2 titles checked out. We have Clementine and Splish Splash Ducky. And from here, you can even renew your titles online. So let's say that you see that it's coming up for return, and you can click here to renew it. Go back to your account. And right here, ready for pickup, that'll tell you if your hold is ready at the library. This is if you had any holds, and this is if you have anything overdue. So let's go back to our checked out items. And this will tell you when they're due, March 30th. So I do not have to renew them at this time because I have plenty of time to read those. If you ever want to go back to the main page, you can just click right here, and that'll take you back to our page. If you want to go back to the catalog main, click there, and that'll take you right back to the catalogs page. So let's say we want to see what's new right now. Click on new, and it'll give you all the new fiction that's available across Maine. Let's click on Bandit Queens. Let's say we want to see that. So this will give you a little description of it. So as you can see, the e-audio, the ebook, and the Kindle are all checked out currently. But you can place a hold through Libby if you use Libby, our e-reading service, which is pretty cool. This is only available if you are logged in. If you are not logged into your account and you click this, you will have to log in. Now let's see the book. So this shows you the book information. And here's all the info about the book itself, the author, when it was published and by what company, the edition statement, its physical description, and it's checked out and available elsewhere. So you can see here in this library, we have it, but it's transferred, which means it's going to another library to fill a hold. But you want to see who else might have it. Bernards has it, Bernardsville, Boonton, and then you can see all the libraries that have it. North County has it, so it's available. I believe that's in Clinton. That is a Hunterdon County Library, and Tewksbury has it. It's also available. And once again, you can place a hold on it. So let's say I want to place a hold on this item. You'd submit the hold request. And browse will take you back to the main page here. So now you can go see what's new again. And you can see all these titles here, and you can click here to get more results. So that'll load even more new things that are available. And you could change your view. You could see them as covers. You could see the grid view. I prefer covers just because it's a little more colorful. And you could swap between new fiction and new nonfiction. So click on the new nonfiction, it'll show you what's available here. So let's see, Spare by Harry. Basically, if it says checked out, that means that every copy is checked out. So let's place a hold on that. We want to get Spare by Prince Harry. Submit the hold request. Okay. Now, when you submit the hold request, it'll tell you what number in the queue you are. We are number 406, so it'll be a little while before we get this title. However, I'm pretty sure there are a lot of copies of this in the system. So you can see if you go back to book, and you can see our copy is currently checked out. But if you go to the other locations and show all the copies, you could see just how many copies of this book there are. So even though you're 400 and some odd, there are so many copies that each of these will go to fill holds. So eventually you will get it. Won't take as long as you think. So now let's go back because I don't actually want this. As you can see, there's 99 copies of this book right here under status. So that's a nice little handy way to find out. If we go back to my account, you can see the titles on hold. And you can see Spare. And you can click on this to bring it up, which is where we just were. Or you can go back to this page. And now once again, the while you wait button is pretty cool because it'll show you similar titles that are available. So now I want to cancel this. Yes, I want to cancel that hold. And the hold has been canceled. And now it says I do not have any pending holds. So this also over here is a quick look It'll tell you how many physical materials you have checked out, how many on Libby, how many on Hoopla, what do you have on hold, your fines. Let's take a look at our fines. I do not have any fines currently because this is just a test card. And you can take a look at your reading history, which you have to turn on. The library will not automatically keep your reading history for you. You have to choose this option. That's for privacy of your own library records. So this is how you would start seeing that. And there's a little bit of information here about that. So I would say if you're very concerned with law enforcement seeing what you've read, do not keep your reading history. However, some people like it because if you read certain books in a series, you may want to know what books you've read. And so this is a nice feature for those people. Okay, so let's say that you want to look up something else. Let's say we want to look up the movie Rogue One. We just type Rogue by keyword. See what kind of results we get. Okay, it's got The Rogue Lawyer, Rogue by Danielle Steele, Going Rogue by Janet Ivanovich. All right, now we know that Rogue One, if we don't want to type the whole title, let's just go with me here. We know that that is a movie. So anytime you get a bunch of results, things that are this big, you can come over here to narrow your results on the side. So it gives you a bunch of different things to narrow by. Fiction versus nonfiction, the type of audience. So if it's adult, if it's for juvenile, you could say it's available right now at Hackettstown. If it's a part of the e-content collection, format. Now we know this is a DVD that we want. So we can click right here on DVD, and that will limit the collection that we're searching to movies. And look right here, number 1, Rogue One. Or Rogue Agent, which just came out, which is on the shelf now at Hackettstown Library. So you can see on the side here, you can narrow by anything. Well, not anything, but many things. You can narrow by language, when it was added, the pub date. And if you want to get rid of the filter, up here where it says applied filters, it'll list what the applied filter is. You can hit this little minus sign, and it'll go back to the entire list. Now, what if we want Going Rogue? We can go to nonfiction, allow it to limit it. We could search this way, or we could say that we know who the author is, or at least who we want to see. There's a bunch of authors listed. Let's say we want the book by Sarah Palin, Going Rogue. And there it is. And then there's some other things by her listed here as well. Now, if you want to limit these, you can, if you want to remove these filters, once again, you just hit the minus, and there you go. It just goes back to Rogue. You can make your own list of things. If you click to add to list, you can create a list of favorites for yourself, or you can name a new list and add a note to the title. So if there's something that you want to read later, but you haven't exactly gotten time for it, you can add it to a list and just say, you know, to be read shelf. And you could just type in the day or whatever you want to put in the note, you know, maybe the day you intend to read it or what have you. The more info brings up the same thing as if you clicked on the title itself. You can search by series. So you see here the series is Stephanie Plum. So let's try that. Series can be hit or miss. Some of the series are listed in there and some of them are not, depending on what's in the record itself. So you could see here the Stephanie Plum mysteries are coming up. But I would say if you know the name of the series, you might be better off putting it as a keyword as opposed to as a series. So those are most of the things that you'd be looking for. Here you can sort by your results. You could do it in a publication year, author, title, so A to Z, the call number, which isn't exactly helpful unless it's a nonfiction title, the number of holds, things like that. You can even search that search term on Academic Search Premier, which is one of our databases, or all of EBSCO, which are all the databases that the library has. So the catalog can do a lot. Some of the best features for me are read alike. So for instance, I mentioned it earlier, but if you go here, you could see down here, it says more like this. And you could see other titles that are similar, which is a lot of fun. If you like a certain author, but you feel like I'm kind of read through of all their stuff, you can click there and see more things. You go back to the main page right here. And over here, it'll show you more. Of the pages down here. New York Times bestsellers is updated. Maine's best books were from last year. So you can see the books that were voted on as our best, most popular, or books that went out the most. And there's some children's titles here too. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Obviously, if you have any other questions, you can call us 908-852-4936 or stop in and we can show you around the catalog again. And that's it. Enjoy.